Did the game kind of turn a little bit when you maybe put Pelche up on that line?
That was the start of it. He was one of the guys the first two periods that I felt had some energy, and when he was on the ice, he was making things happen. So I think it probably did, yeah. And then in the third period, we went to three lines, which you don't like to do, but I just felt in the situation we didn't have enough pace in our game tonight. So the three lines, I thought we got more pace as we got going.
What did you see from Pelche tonight? What did we just watch?
He was skating. I mean, he was harder on the puck tonight. He finished some checks, which we don't ask him to do like he did in front of our bench. But we want him to be a guy that's competitive on the puck and at the puck. And then use his speed to his advantage. And I thought he did that for his line mates. I thought he did it for himself. So that's the best game I've seen him play in the NHL. And hopefully it's a sign of some great things to come for him.
What prompted the move?
Our team. Didn't really feel like there was much going on in the first bit of the game.
Probably too many opportunities, but nice to see your penalty kill have a strong night like that.
I thought it was the difference for us, really. And even some of the penalties that we took, you don't often take penalties like the last two that we took tonight. And I thought they did a really good job. I thought they were composed. I thought we had some chances on the penalty kill as well. And again, hopefully it's something that unit can continue to build on.
There's guys who kind of make a career of versatility. Like you can put them, they never seem to have set line mates.
Yeah.
They kind of bounce around.
Yeah.
Does he have the versatility to be a guy like that?
Yeah, I would say he does. On our team, I for sure he does. I mean, there's situations like tonight where we started him on the fourth line, but he knows going in that he's going to get moved around a little bit now, like he did in Winnipeg. And then the way the game was going early on, as I said, I felt he was one of our few players. I thought Hubie had some energy tonight early on too, but one of the few players that had energy. So we tried to just something a little different with our lines, and a lot of it was because of the way he was playing.
How do you not understanding that he's going to bounce a little bit? Is there a certain type of guy who can sort of thrive in that?
I guess you have to be a guy you're okay with a lot of different things. Like sometimes guys would look at a lineup and in the dressing room, if they see their name in a spot where they don't want it to be for a practice or a game, some guys can pout and not be happy about it and have some terrible body language, but he's not that way at all. So I think he understands now that he's brought value to our team in a penalty killing role, and because he's brought some of that, he's getting more opportunity 5-on-5. So I think he's good with it, and I think he understands it.
How do you feel his game complements Kadri and Huberdeau?
For me, it's the speed. He's got the ability to make some plays, but he's a little bit like Posp. And I'm not saying the physical side of it's the same, but they both have speed and pace. And that's something that I think Cads and Hubie need on their other side. Someone to put pucks into areas, to work to be first on it, to create a little bit of pressure on defense.
What did you make your goaltender tonight?
I thought he was very good, yeah.
Ryan, speaking of your penalty kill, Jonathan Huberdeau obviously gets the shorthanded goal,
Yeah.
had an assist on Kadri's goal. Can you just kind of talk about how impressive his two-way game or just his play in all situations has been this season?
He's been one of our most consistent players, I would say. And there was, stretches where he still wanted to score a little bit more, wasn't generating, but he stuck with it. And I think and what he's done, we've talked about it before, he's made himself a really good 200-foot player where there is zero issue having him on the ice in certain situations. And I like him on the penalty kill because he thinks like a power play guy. So he does a good job of recognizing where seams are and where guys want to make plays, and that's just natural because that's the type of player he is. So the short answer would be I think he's done an excellent job with the full 200-foot game for us consistently this year.
When he shoulder checked and saw Pelche behind him on that breakaway, did you wonder?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
How does a team get better at face-offs in season? Is it repetition? Is it matchups? Is it a little bit of everything?
It's hard. Like some of it is repetition. A lot of nights we're put at a disadvantage off of icings and off special team situations because they always stick us on the other side. We have 3 left-handed centermen, and really none of them have found a way to get to that 50% level yet, which I think you need to be at. So part of it's a challenge from us to them to make sure they're better. There's certain times where, and there was a lot tonight, where the pucks went straight to the wall and our defensemen did not win it for our centermen. So then you see their numbers and percentage go down when they actually tied that draw. And if we would have been better supporting, it turns into a win. But to their defense a little bit, and I don't want to give them the crutch. They get put in a lot of tough situations just simply because we're all left-handed.
Brian, I know Anderson thumped that one off the post tonight. Where have you been at just overall at the offense? I mean, as much as earlier in the season.
I think over the last little while, there's been a little inconsistency for me. I think he's done a good job with his defending game. Like there's certain nights where he's very noticeable. I feel like he can, when he's got pace to his game, when he's moving his feet, he's not only a great defender, but he's also a real dynamic player offensively. So I always look for that when I evaluate him. Is he moving his feet? And just typically things, they seem to follow in a positive way for him when his feet are moving.